The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by its host and guest on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. I express firmly I am here to have a fun time, and don't need anyone ruining it by being butthurt. Take your clapped cheeks somewhere else. I am not a professional, I just play one on the show. Thank you, and continue supporting. Deuces.
Welcome.
Sell my art and make like millions of dollars?
Maybe, but you'll never possess anything of greater value than the art you sold.
Whatever. I want to get paid.
And everybody want rhyme like Sky, but won't admit that they was inspired by Sky. I'm like, well that's fine. Same way half of y'all was inspired by Kai, but ain't say you was in sync to your vibe. Was given. Just keep away with a crown and a throne until it seemed like the street lights surrounding your home is getting dimmer. Leave it to the sound of a poem to walk you back to the light, or you could drown on your own. Learning Lake Laniers is fine until you see me parting them. Brainiac out of the sty, Kadeem Hardison, and every Nick jersey you imagine. Stuck in post-traumatics, no rap sheet, but ducking badges, know it too well. While I was well on my way, I earthed whatever in fear of a skeleton trace my sketch. While I'm alive, I'm bucking the
Skyzoo.
If I should die, then my son will be Baby Creed. My Aventus is based on my savoir-faire, and the smell of it's like a passenger here. Hearing all of the hearsay, following the spotters who dare made a garden of Eden on a staircase. Picture a generational talent doing all that's inspiring, and then they give your number to a Jonathan Isaac.
What?
A penny for all your thoughts and all the thinking behind it. Put it back in my loafers and get back to my tithing, and the feeling esoteric. Love if I let y'all hear it. Cause the feeling is esoteric. So it's love if I let y'all hear it. Yeah. It's good for this long. I never leave you straight.
Let's go.
Being better spirits, they cup runneth over if they see you ever near it. Celebrating with them in spite of what their intentions was. Mulling over bees with honey instead of vinegar. Wasting all of this honey doesn't fit me too well. But if you use vinegar, then they remember the smell. Everything is for sale. I tell you what you can sell me. Turkey, bacon, egg and cheese on a roll, butter and jelly.
Hey.
25 years, no pork. Don't ever run me that. Type to hit a lavender tea with a royal honey pack. So now every fuck given his crown, and the throne that I mentioned indented these grounds of mine. And then it's fine, hitting out the shoebox, rolling two Phillies together. Now I said to call them oops, busting off the roof out of fear of what was under you, but tied two L's together to
Make
get
a
your
W.
Back when me and Bundles was teammates, we both had a legacy view, so we could relate. Heard that it was visions of grandeur to wanna be great, that we was at Sue's laughing at all that on the replay. A year later was an open casket, and the true religion he wore had Jehovah's accent, and the Blackberries was flicking with preloaded captions, and me and Lupe gave a hug in noble fashion. Love, the squad knows whatever they need. Lord knows I'm just left to believe in all purpose. The flowers that be handed around is all surface, but all the ones looking
Welcome. I just want to say shout out to Skyzoo for dropping that song. Rest in peace, Stack Bundles. Welcome to another episode of No Special Characters. This is episode 142, I believe. Oh, I didn't even add that. Back to making rookie mistakes. Yeah, 142. Welcome. Before I even get to anything, let me go in.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
You're listening to
Special characters.
And I am your host.
On my cool J.
And let's go and hit mine.
Welcome back to another late night with
Jose.
That's me.
Is there any way we could cut his mic off?
Guys, as you can see right now by the lights and the reflection of my glasses, I don't even have the right glasses on. That it is nighttime, so I'm back on my regular schedule. I don't know if you can see the shirt. It's very artsy, it's very esocentric. That's the name of the song we just played. I don't know if I said that correct, but whatevs. Esoteric. It's esoteric. I'm not good with big words. I'm dyslexic. Yeah, and that just proves it right there. Everything just adds to the fight. So welcome everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing great out there. Hopefully everybody's doing good things out there. Hopefully everything's going your way. Shout out to all the people in March. birthdays in March. R.I.P. headphone users. This week was like a bunch. It was everybody this week. It was Samantha, happy birthday. My brother, happy birthday. It was my mom, happy birthday. There's more birthdays that I can't remember. There was a lot of birthdays this week. Just this week. We're just at the beginning of March, so it's for you guys. Or I don't know. That's applause. Applause for you guys. All right, we're gonna cut that short. You guys are a bunch of fishes anyway. So hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy this episode. I had a lot of good reviews from the last episode, so thank you guys for sticking through it, bearing through it. It was like an hour and 46 minutes. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let's see how far we can go do with this one. So let me see what I got on my docket first. And I did, if you guys notice, I did better with the spacing this time. I didn't just like put it all together like the last time. So a little adjusting here and there. So if you look at my shirt, it's very artsy. It's very what's the word I'm gonna use? It's very
demure.
Very demure. So this week I ended up getting some culture and I ended up going to the MoMA. And the only reason I had this shirt is because when I go places in the wintertime, they have the heat blasting hot. Like they're gonna melt away the goddamn paintings. And I always end up buying a shirt. So I have a shirt for a lot of places that I go to. And you know what's funny? And in the summertime when it's cold, I buy a damn hoodie because they got the AC blasting. Damn if you do, damn if you don't, I guess. But yeah. So I went to the MoMA. I really went there for a sweater. I was like, all right, okay. I was looking for an Ed Roush sweater, and it says "oof" on it. I'm very basic. I'm very meh. So I was out there looking for this one sweater that they didn't even have in the store no more. I can only buy it online, and this is like a $90 sweater that I could have got for $40. So I was gonna buy it, but I was being cheap, and I was like, I don't want to spend $7 on shipping when I already spent $5 on traveling over there to see if they had it, which they didn't. So I was like, But we're gonna get to that later. But yeah, ended up going to the MoMA, and guys, when you're younger, or when you go to like the museum to take a girl to the museum, like, oh my god, I'm gonna show you how cultured I am, and the girls that really like it can see that you just use this tactic to like impress girls, like, oh, he has culture, but they notice that you don't really sit there and look at the pictures, or you don't really like read the little boxes in the corner. They see through that shit, fellas. So when you go there in the museum, you're like, oh yeah, I remember this. This was in this movie. Oh, I know this picture. This was on my desktop. The girls, the smart girls will be like, oh, you don't know shit, and you don't want to learn anything. This is just one of your tactics that you use to lure women into bed. It's a good tactic. It is a good tactic. Worked plenty of times. But the ones that actually know what they're looking at, it's hard to get those. They're like, unless you just look good, and like, all right, I'm gonna pretend that you are smart, but deep down I know like you don't know nothing. So yeah, went to the MoMA, and it's not my first time there. It was maybe my second or third time there. I did the first tactic, as I just mentioned, and I went there and I was like, oh my god, the painting, the colors, vivid, very demure. And then what's the shit my boy Frank be saying? Derivative. So, when you do that at the museums, people get really mad at that because they're like, how dare you call this piece of art that's here in the museum derivative? And it's like, art is subjective. So I could see it from my lens and be like, it's derivative. But I'm really not in a place to be like, it's derivative. But it was like, it's just something that I picked up from watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I just always, it's like I'm Tourette's. I'm like, I have to say it. It's like when Tom Segura goes, bikes. Yeah, it's the same thing. Same thing. Derivative. So yeah. So I'm actually in the MoMA this time. I'm actually locked in. I'm not listening to their music. I'm listening to my music. I love hip hop. I incorporate hip hop with everything. So it just lets me go at my own pace. And my playlist is fire because everything on my playlist hit. So yeah, I'm in there and I'm really looking at these paintings now. these drawings that people did when they were around my age or younger, and now these shits are forever solidified in history. So I'm watching this and I'm like, hmm, this is actually dope. Like there's some pieces that I saw that like hearing, all right, if you're a fan of hip hop like I am, Jay-Z is one of my favorite people. Jay-Z. So Jay-Z goes, I just want a Picasso en mi casa for my hustle and the castle. You know, he like, so he got to rhyme hustle with castle. It works like that because he's a hassa or an asshole. He made that work somehow. He made that work somehow. But yeah. Oh God, you bastards cleared. Um, yeah. So going in front of an actual Picasso, you're in a like this is a Picasso. This is what people are talking about. Like that shit was crazy. Seeing the Van Goghs, seeing the Starry Night was crazy, bro. I'm like, I've only ever seen this in the desktop picture. I've never seen this as I've never thought that seeing this in person would really be like, holy shit, this is crazy. Somebody really like when you take things for granted. That's what I'm basically trying to say. Like you take things for granted when you're just like, I think like like something that you see all the time. Like if you see it through like the screen of like your phone or your TV, or like you see it in the background, like you see the Thomas Crown Affair when he's like stealing paintings, you're like, oh, like that's cool. Or you see like Ocean's 11, like, oh, we're stealing this, that's cool. And it's like, no, but you don't get why it's cool until you're actually there in front of it, and you're like, oh, that's cool. That's like really dope. That's fire. I like that. So yeah, like seeing all these things in face, and the best picture, I'm gonna let you know right now, the best picture, it's tiny. It's like no bit much bigger than this little square box that I'm putting in front of my face. No much bigger than that is a Salvatore Dali photo. That joint, like, if you were to look at it, if 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 you were looking at it in person, was so realistic. It looked like, yo, like that's like I could actually grab it. Like that's what it looked like. It was so amazing to see that. And if you like live in New York City or in a city that has a museum where they have art like that, yo, just go watch it. Like step out of your normal shit and just go experience it. Cause like even when I went to the Museum of Natural History to see some of the bones, the fossils, and you're like, wow, this shit is just is like, oh, better. I'm coming back to the history of natural museums because you see the fossils, the bones. You see they have like a whole tree section where like you see how big this one tree was. Then you go to the ocean section and you see how big a whale is compared to you, or like all these things. That's cool. But the one thing that blew my mind when I was over there is I'm in the MoMA and we're at the technology section, right? And the technology section made me realize that wow, I am getting old because they had this one section from like the 60s, the 50s, and it had like the bomb shelter. And I was like, all right, you would go down to this bomb shelter and see that was in the museum when I was in there. So I'm like, okay, the bomb shelter, I've seen that, the gigantic cans, the big TV, the CB radio, everything. The thick walls just in case there's radiation if you were lucky enough to have money to do that. But yeah, they have all these things, right? And it's like, wow, that's crazy. People really live like that. And then I move forward into like more further future technology, shit that I was growing up on. And I'm like, wow, that's a nano iPod. That's an iPod. That's a Walkman. It's all there. The yo-yo was there. I'm not from the yo-yo, but shit. Ball in the Cup is there. They're giving you the history of Ball in the Cup. And I'm like, post-its of like pencils, mechanical pencils when they came out. And I'm like, this is all the shit that came out when I was growing up and is now in a museum, which is basically telling me I'm old and I'm not that far from being in the museum. And in the History of Natural Museum, there's a caveman there. Caveman, I forget how old he is or how old the bones predate back. And they give you a picture what the caveman looked like, and they show you the hairstyle that he has, and he has the Edgar, and it's like, hmm. When they start looking at our bones, or they try to figure out what we look like, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Like, let's say some natural disaster were to happen, right? It's like something crazy were to happen. Like, let's say a meteor hit Earth and just wipe this out. They're gonna be going through our remains. I'm like, this fat man died with a microphone next to him. He must have been a radio personnel, or he must have been asking for help. He must have been doing something. Whatever. And then they're gonna go through the line, like, all right, this person was dressed as a feet. All right, let me get out of that one. And it's gonna be like, all right, what's next? What's next? Oh my god, we found a human with paws on them that were like burned, or like they had like synthetic hair on their body that was burned into them. And then we're like, wow, they had werewolves. And no, it's just a fucking furry. So yeah, it's all these things when I was at this museum, and I'm like, wow, you guys are really highlighting my childhood here. It is making me feel a little bit weird. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to see these things that I grew up on. Like even seeing the TVs, like when you look at the TVs, you're like, oh shit. And like the kids will look at the TVs now and be like, and they'll be like, what is that big shit behind the TV? No, that whole big shit is the TV. So my bad, I'm thirsty. That whole big shit is the TV. There's no getting away. Like that doesn't work. That screen doesn't work without all that big shit back there turning on and working. And see those two little antennas? Yeah, you don't get channels unless you. Uh, If you were to bring that TV in front of any of your kids or anybody under the age of 17 down, I'm like, hey, you bring them like the Ear Rabbit TV, and like, yo, find the channel, and then like they wouldn't know what to do with those little antenna earpieces. They'd be like, is that for show? Is it a furry? Like that's what they would deem it as. Like, oh shit, this TV identifies as a dog. That shit is crazy, or a rabbit. So yeah, it was like seeing all these things, just going there and be like, wow. And I kind of want to maybe be more artistic. Not autistic, artistic. I always say that. People always like, are you saying autistic? No. But yeah. It was very, very cool. I saw Jackson Pollock, and people always talk about Jackson Pollocks, and there was like, every time they make a Jackson Pollock reference, they're like, if I shoot you in your head, your brain's gonna make a Jackson Pollock thing. And it's like, oh. In person, I'm like, that is a mess. That is a lot. That is a lot. Whoever deemed that as art, good for you. Good for you. So yeah. Like seeing the Jackson Pollock painting. Oh, and there was like the painting. There's this painting that used to be popular in the 90s, right? I forgot. I have a picture of it, I think, but I don't remember the artist information. Like this very simple painting. To you, or you, or you, whoever catches it. I don't know. But yeah. Seeing that, I'm like, wow, I forgot. Because back in the days that people used to go crazy for that. They'd be like, wait, I want this one design. And it's like, okay, why not? I'm gonna have to do a wardrobe change because I think this camera, the smiley faces are catching the camera's focusing on the smiley faces and not my faces, and that's making me not have a smiley face. So give me 1 second, I'll be back. Hold that nut. And that wasn't a punching at all. That wasn't a punching. If you guys can see the sweater, it says non-special characters. Is merch available for this? No, it's not. Sue me. What do you want? I bet you won't. I hope that big girl doesn't sue me. All right, back to the docket. That's a picture. All right, so yeah, seeing that I'm becoming something that could go in a museum was crazy. But before I got to the museum, no, while I was in the museum, I got to experience something that wouldn't occur either than in today's generation, if that makes any sense. So what happened was I had to go to use the bathroom. I had to use the bathroom really bad because my sugar was high. And when your sugar is high as a diabetic, you gotta pee a lot. And there's no like holding it. You gotta go now, bitch. Like it's the evacuation is happening. So I was looking for a bathroom, and there was a bathroom in the cut, and it says all no, all genders accepted, gender neutral bathroom. Right? Now, ladies, I don't know what it is with y'all, but for whatever reason, can you focus on my face? Right there. Thank you. But for whatever reason, you guys think because it's all gender that it only goes to you guys. No. What is that? So I had to go to the restroom and I was like, oh shit, there's only girls in here. So I had to flip it on. I was like, slay bitches. Oh my God, you look so gorgeous. Like I had to go do this voice, like, oh my God, wow. I was like, I'm gonna use the potty now. So I could just get in there and make nobody feel weird that I'm in the women's bathroom. But the man that had to use the bathroom had to go in the bathroom and not offend anybody and not bring any suspicion that I'm a heterosexual male in the all gender neutral bathroom trying to use the facilities without a woman trying to think that I'm there for funny business. Bitch, I gotta pee, right? And it'll be frowned upon if I pee next to the Mona Lisa. I think that frown would go away. And it's like, was that just sign language? Frown would go away. Don't. If you're listening to this, don't watch the video. But yeah, it was very funny that I'm like, oh shit. And I was like, yeah, because anytime is that code switching? Is that code switching? You guys know what code switching is, right? Code switching is like if you would talk the way I talk, right? And then you have to go to a professional settings. And you, well, how are you? Oh my God, great. What's the word that you say? No, wow, I really forgot it. It was like G Willie, G Wallikers, something like that. Like, oh, that gives me the heebie jeebies. Like, I gotta talk like that. That's the problem. I hate talking like that. And every time I slip up. And I'm like, wait. Repeat that again. I'll be on the phone with people and they'll be like, oh my God, you sound so professional. Oh my God, you're so good at this. I'm like, all right, thank you. They'll be like, what did you just say? I said, all right. It was like, no, you didn't say all right. You said I. No, I said, all right, sir. Will you continue to have a blessed day? They're like, no. I want to speak to the supervisor. He's like, oh shit. Darn drats. So yeah, it'd be crazy like that. But yeah, I had to go use the bathroom, went to a gender neutral bathroom. And I must say, most men's public bathrooms aren't that nice. Better than the women. Y'all women are nasty. I hear the stories behind y'all when you girls get together, you guys start talking about the girls' bathroom. It's like y'all don't know how to use a fucking toilet. It's like you lost all forms of potty training when you girls go to the bathroom. It's amazing. When you girls go to a public bathroom, the women say y'all be missing. Like y'all be shitting on the side of the toilet. It's crazy. Like y'all don't like flush your tampons. Like you just stick them to the wall for the next person to see. You guys are mean. And you guys need to understand that a lot of the people that used to clean the bathrooms back in the day, they're kind of gone now because of what's happening. All right. All right. Consuela is not cleaning that shit up no more. One of you ladies that like doing that shit will eventually have to go apply for that job to clean that mess up. Or you could just get your act together. But I must say, this all inclusive bathroom that I was in, pretty nice. The stall walls were from ceiling to bottom. That's good. I like that. Why can't they always be like that? I went to another bathroom in that same museum, and like it made like there's some stalls that don't make any sense, right? That don't make any sense. You guys ever been to a public bathroom and like the gap between the door was a little bit too much? Like somebody could clearly see that you're in the bathroom doing your business. They have a whole view of your business through that little thin crack of everything. And if you can see their face, 100% believe, 100% believe they can see your face. If you can see their face, they can see your face. Okay. I don't know if I said that correctly. It's late and I'm tired, but we're gonna keep pushing through. But yeah, very nice, spacious bathroom, and it was very cool to be in there. But I was like, ladies, I gotta go. All right, okay, slay bitches, and I got the fuck out of there. But yeah, gender neutral bathrooms. I think those stalls that they have should be in all the bathrooms. Also, while I was in this thing, but all right, so this is all city related because this is on my palette, my docket, right? So, have you guys ever seen the movie Meet Joe Black? If you ever seen the movie Meet Joe Black, I think I did a review about it because it was a good movie. I like Meet Joe Black. The best part was when Brad Pitt started speaking patois. He was like, "Lord of mercy, no, I'm not here on business. I'm here on vacation. If I wasn't from Jamaica, why would I wear this funny hat?" So yeah, I was doing a little bit of sightseeing because I've have this whole city to my as my backyard and I barely check it out. So the mobile wasn't that far from Rockefeller Center, which was next to the NBC building, which is next to the top of the rock. And it was all cool. I was like, all right, I'm here. I do want to see this. Oh, I just found a cool thing that if you go to the bar at top of the rock, or was it the edge? If you go to the bar, get 2 drinks worth $40, you get free tickets to go to the observance part of both one of those areas. I can't remember if it was top of the rock or if it was the edge. But either way, $40 admission isn't bad. Paying $40 to go up there versus paying $40 for 2 drinks and then they just give you the ticket to go up there is way more fun than just paying $40 to be at the edge sober. Because at least you have an excuse if you jump. Like, oh, he was drinking, as opposed to, no, he was sober thought. He was clear minded when he made his decision. But yeah. So I'm walking, sightseeing, and while I'm sightseeing, I noticed a store from my childhood. I guess this is all my childhood, I guess. So this store looked very familiar. It was the F.A.O. Schwartz toy store. Just basically a Build-A-Bear now. But I went to the store and I saw it, and my childhood like, wait, I've seen this store before. Where have I seen this store before? Oh, wow. That's the store from Home Alone 2, when the burglars break in to steal the money for like whatever charity they were doing. I don't remember the movie like that. I just remember the store. So it was very cool to see that. I was like, wow, I have to go see it. I had to go take a picture of it. So I went to go see it. I looked inside. I was like, wow, this is really crowded. Guess who's not going in? And then when I took a step back to go see it, I slipped on the curve, right? So when I slipped on the curve, I did like, oh shit. Like, you ever like lose your balance and you try to catch yourself going back? And I caught myself right in time before the taxi cab almost took my ass out. And if you go watch Meet Joe Black, that's when he gets hit by a taxi cab and another vehicle at the same time. I think he gets hit by 2 taxi cabs back to back. But yeah, almost happened to your boy. Almost got Meet Joe Blacked. And I was like, all right, can't be. I was like, yo, I almost didn't make it back from sightseeing because I was like too busy pretending I was like the main character in life and shit like that. So it was very like, whoa. Because as I get back home, my stray cat, I have a stray cat. I'm a dog person. I love dogs, but I have a stray cat. There's one cat in the neighborhood, like really got me. Little adorable ginger cat. Rest in peace, ginger cat. Yeah. So he ended up having the fate that I was supposed to get that day. So what happened was I slept on the curve, catch myself, almost get hit by a cat. Gingy didn't get that luck. I come back home, I'm being chauffeured back home, and I see a little ginger cat on the floor. And I'm like, that's my cat. My cat just got ran over. My cat just got ran over, and motherfuckers don't care in the neighborhood. I guess that's why my flow is a little off because my cat got ran over, and motherfuckers don't care. They don't care. People don't care, son. They just kept running the cat over. So I'm like, I can't let the cat keep getting ran over. Can't do that. Can't do that. So I take my big ass home, I went to go grab a box. I couldn't find the box. I asked my sister, can you get me a box, please? So I could go get the cat. And she proceeds to find me the most smallest fucking box. The most smallest box. Like the cat to break it down, the cat would be like this big. Like if you could see, this is when you would want to do that. This big, right? This big the cat is, right? This is just size comparison. And she would bring me a box about this big. About that big. So I can't yell because I have a temper. People already think I have an attitude. I have a bad temper problem. So I can't yell because she brings me this little tiny box to fit this big ass cat in. The cat's already squished. I'm picking up a cat and I'm trying to get the cat to fit in the box. Like tucking it in. But no, it's not fitting. I'm trying to get the head to fit. The neck is broken. So it's like and I'm like trying to like fucking fit the cat in the fucking box because I can't leave the cat there. I have to get the cat somewhere safely, right? I'm like, okay. Finally go through the whole ordeal of putting this cat that I took care of for like a year in this little tiny box like it's a fucking Jack in the Box. And then I called 311, and 311's like, hey, thank you for picking the cat up on the street. If you leave it in front of your house, like, what? Just leave it in front of your house, somebody will pick it up. All right, cool. He was like, they'll send somebody to pick up the cat. Got it. Cool. I'm like, okay. I was like, well, I don't want to leave the cat out. I'm going to put the cat in the bag. So in case you guys take longer than 2 days to get it, like if it starts to stink, it's still in the bag. All right. But there's a bet. They're like, don't give me a ticket. Don't write me a ticket for a cat. All right. Don't write me a summons for littering or having my trash out in front of my crib. And it's something that I already put out there for you guys to follow with. All right. So he said 2 days. 2 days. 2 days. I'm awake. I just finished getting off Call of Duty, and I heard it's Thursday, so they should be coming tonight. You'll probably hear them too. And I'm like, oh shit, the garbage truck's here. I wonder. Normally it's the business down the block from me. No. This is sanitation. Sanitation came. All right, I heard a like somebody had like a shovel. So whoever thought they were picking up the cat thought they were gonna have to scrape the cat up off the floor. No, sir, I already did the work for you. You don't gotta pick nothing up. Like I already took care of it. You're just picking up the cat, placing it on the back of your truck. Right? Now, when they said 311 was coming to take the cat, I'm expecting like a pickup truck, because that's what I seen in movies and I seen in cartoons. When they go pick up roadkill, they just throw them in the back of a truck and they keep it moving. No. I found out the hard way that they took my cat. They took my cat. They took my cat. And they flung him to the back of the garbage truck. Like he was a fucking bag of food. Like he was like I don't know what to even. What, dog barking? Like like he was like a bag of shoes to throw away. That's how they threw my cat into the back of a garbage truck. And I hear the clink. And I'm like, this can't be fucking real. This can't be real. And I'm like, they're crushing my cat. They're crushing my cat. She was already crushed. Already crushed. She was already into pieces. and now you're crushing him more. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, 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 whoa. I should have ended that, like added that. So, yeah. Next day I get ready for work. Who do I see? I see Gingy. So who the fuck did I just go through that whole ordeal over? And that wasn't even my cat. That was another ginger cat. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Unless this is Pet Cemetery and Gingy's back from the grave. But I don't fucking know. And I'm gonna leave it at I don't know. I'm gonna put a little bit of food out like I'm still doing. And I don't know. But that poor cat. Now I'm looking at Gingy like, all right, nigga, I already cried for you. So anything happened to you, that's on you, buddy. Like, all right. Shit. All right, I think I'm gonna. Oh, no. I got one more thing. Okay. So, you guys see my hoodie? Now, I don't know why, but I've been getting like advertisements for Fear of God clothing, essentials. See, I want to make a shirt like I made this shirt, but I want my sweater to say Essentia, like the water company. I don't know if I'll get sued for that. But people are like, Essential? No, that's Essentia, bitch. Drink some water. So I've come to the conclusion that I've been getting brainwashed to go get this sweater that I really like. I do like the sweater. I've seen it the first time it came out. I was like, that's a fire sweater. I would like that sweater. And then while I'm thinking about it, I'm like, do I want to spend $150 for a sweater? I actually had a whole debate about people that sell clothing like I want to sell clothing and they want to charge $150. But there's people out there in the world that spend $600 to $700 on a sweater and they don't bat a fucking eye. But when they see somebody like me on the come up that I'm struggling to come up with the prices to sell, but other people do it. You're like, why would I pay $150 for a sweater? Are you gonna hand deliver to me? And it's like, did Gucci hand deliver your fucking sweater to you? No, they fucking didn't. Did Balenciaga do it? No. So why the fuck do you care if I'm hand delivering this shit to you? But this is my product. Yes or no if you want it. But that's a whole nother conversation. So the conversation came down to, do I want to pay $150 or $200 for a sweater that says essentials? And the response is, no, I don't. So I've always been of the practice of, nah, I don't want fake shit. I want the real. I want the real thing. That's me. Always been on that boat. I like real jewelry. I like real clothing brands. I like real sneakers. I like real everything. Real. I've always been on that trend. Now, I'm starting to be like, these people faking it are doing a real good job pretending to make it. And I was like, I'm tired of looking the part. Yeah, man. I'm just think I'm gonna fake it till I make it because I'm over here competing with people. All right. I'm in competition with people when it comes to clothing, when it comes for them getting it for free. Like a clothing line would give somebody their expensive ass clothes for free, but will look down upon everyday people like me and you when we're over here looking for a sale, right? So I learned that with the jewelry game, like with these pieces right here, like I'm out here dropping like 3 to 4 bands on jewelry, and it's like I ran across a jewelry spot, right? I'm not gonna shout them out because they ain't cutting a check. But I ran across those jewelry people that do jewelry pieces, and it was cool because they gave me a deal. The reason I won't give them a shout out because they'll count this as an ad and it will demonetize the hell out of me. So they gave me a piece, right? So it's pendant and I got it from them. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then they gave me a whole chain for free. Thank you. Appreciate it. I go to their page and start researching more. And I'm like, wait. Around the time was like college football, like Super Bowl time for them. Like it was like their time for the Super Bowl. And I'm watching these extravagant pieces on their neck. These extravagant pieces, beautiful pieces. Like because you're watching these athletes and you know these athletes make money. You're like, those pieces got to be real. So it's like gigantic Cuban link chains, diamond encrusted on them with this gigantic pendant piece. They look like they're worth $30,000 to $40,000. Authentic pieces, clean pieces, right? And I'm like, wow, them shits look crazy. The stones that they had on them, I guess they're called moisanites, but mosamites, whatever it's called, right? Those are like fake diamonds that bling like they shine like they're real diamonds. And I was like, yo, they're wearing it. All these people, NFL teams were wearing the jewelry that these guys or had on their website that was 100% fake. And I'm like, you got people like me that want to look the part. And it's like, I'm going to go make some money to drop the money to go get a similar piece to that. To only find out that you're not getting it, that you're being gifted it, you're not buying it. That's not real authentic gold or white gold or platinum. That's not it. Those aren't real diamonds. There's no VVS in those diamonds. That's crazy, bro. And it's just an illusion of all this shit. And I'm like, wow, I'm over here trying to look like these guys, trying to be the part, and they're just looking the part. And I'm actually going out there and buying the parts, but they're being sponsored for the parts. I was like, nah, I came to this like, nah, I don't want any of that shit. That shit is cool for me, bro. That shit is cool, Brody. Like, I'm fine. Like it reminded me of that Biggie line. There goes the dude with the fake. Wow, why you hit me in my face? Stay in your place. So yeah, it was as I came to that conclusion. That's why you'll start seeing me wear shit that I make now. I was like, all right, this now I'm just wearing clothing that I'm making that represent my brand that brings more light to me. And since I go to a lot of places, they're like, hey, what is that? Like, what is that on your head? Oh, this is my brand. What is that on your chest? Oh, this is my brand. What do you mean? I have a YouTube page. Go check it out. And this is my Instagram. Go check it out. So, yeah. Now I'm going to move on out of this section and go to the movie review section. I feel like we could go choose. Time for the movie review section. I'll find something. So, I mentioned it last week. Wanted to talk about this a couple of months ago, but ended up ending the show on a different movie topic than that topic. So, I want to talk about this movie called Ghost Dog: The Way of the Samurai. Forest Whitaker is a hitman. He wasn't cool Godfather of Harlem, Forest Whitaker. He was still, what is a movie with Forest Whitaker? You ever seen Bloodsport? Arrogant. Like, I don't like this arrogant guy. He's cool, but he's arrogant as Forest Whitaker. So Forest Whitaker is a G with some of the roles that he's done. Let's pull out his catalog because I don't want to not give him the proper shine because he's a good actor. Movies Forest Whitaker has done: The Last King of Scotland. Never seen this. Never seen The Butler. He was in Taken 3, I think. He was in Panic Room. I remember him in Panic Room. Southpaw, Rogue One. Don't remember that. He was in Black Panther. I didn't see Arrival. I want to see Arrival. No. He was in The Experiment. I liked him in The Experiment. What else? He was in Waiting to Exhale. Phone Booth. I liked him in Phone Booth. He was in Repo Man. I liked him in Repo Man. Let's see. There was a movie, or was it his brother? I think there's a movie. I think doesn't he have a twin brother that looks exactly like him? Cena. I remember. You know what it is? I remember him from Battlefield Earth. That movie was bad. All right. Forrest Whitaker has a brother. Which one was it? Was it Ken Whitaker? Most Wanted, Bulworth, Theory, Life. No, I don't think it was Ken. Damon Whitaker? No, he did no movies. I guess it was Ken then. No, yeah, it must have been Ken. So he did a movie that I liked. He was in Life. All right. I'm going to move on because it's going to annoy me. Because he was in a movie that's not listed. And I can't remember the name of the movie he was in, but I remember it was like, yo, is that Forest Whitaker? I was like, nah, that's his brother. And I was like, bullshit. So, yeah. Forest Whitaker did this movie called Ghost Dog, Where the Samurai. And I guess it was like Wu-Tang inspired because they were in it. I think the RZA was in it. So, basically, before I get into the movie, this movie's based off another movie. That's based off another movie. That's based off another movie. That's based off another movie. No. This movie's based off another movie that inspired a whole bunch of other movies that we love. Right? So this movie's based off La Samurai. Right? La Samurai is, I'm not going to do it any justice, but La Samurai is a movie about a hitman that goes do a job and it backfires because it's really botched. Not botched in the way that he didn't get the target, but it's botched in the way that there was a witness and it led back to him. That's the point of La Samurai. So La Samurai has inspired 6 movies. And when I start naming the movies, you're going to be like, oh, okay. So it's really just about a code, living by your code, right? There's nothing crazy about this movie, La Samurai. If you're like, why have I heard this before? Have you heard of Day of the Jackal? There's this series out in, I think, Peacock called Day of the Jackal, right? It's based off La Samurai, right? And if you're like, all right, Day of the Jackal, no, I'm not based off, inspired by La Samurai. There was a movie with Richard Gere, Bruce Willis called The Jackal, inspired by that movie. Now, La Samurai also inspired The Driver. I'm pretty sure you guys haven't seen it. The Killer by John Woo. All right. The Ronin with his name Robert De Niro. My movie that I just mentioned, Collateral. It's inspired. John Wick. It's inspired. These are all by movies about living by a code, right? So it's very interesting. Oh, Craven, based off Craven, living off code. This is the code. We're not going to deter from the code. The code is the code, no matter what. So, Ghost Dog is he's a hitman, and he gets hired by his man to go through with a hit, unsanctioned. So he goes. His job was to go whack a wise guy, but the wise guy he's going to whack his daughter. His girl is the daughter of the top wise dog. So think of The Sopranos, and let's say they're going to whack Paulie Walnuts, but Paulie Walnuts is dating Meadow, and Tony is aware of it, but he's like, all right, nothing happens around my daughter. And then they whack Paulie Walnuts in front of Meadow, who was never supposed to see it in the first place, if you guys need a reference point. So that's basically what happens. He goes to do the job, kills the guy, and then notices that there is a witness there, and he's supposed to kill the witness. Normally, people kill the witnesses, but he was like, no, that's not what I was contracted to do. So, but since he wasn't contracted to do it, he let the girl live. Should have just killed her. It would have been easier. Everybody could ignore it, pretend it never happened, all right? Because once you find out that this top person's daughter gets bodied, everybody's not going to want to claim late to any of that. Like, they're not going to claim it. They're like, oh, no, this is regular home invasion. We're not going to go further than that. But, yeah. So, does this job, the job gets botched, and now the big dog is like, yo, I want the person that killed him because that was one of us, and 2, my daughter was there. So it leads to like them searching for him, trying to figure out where he is. They're trying to track him through pigeons. It's crazy. So yeah, it's all about a set of codes. Now, if you never heard of La Samurai or give you the synopsis that I just gave you, if you're really watching this with a fresh pair of eyes like I did the first time, this movie is really aggressively telling people to go read books. Because for whatever side tangent reason, there's a little girl that he meets at the park. And he's like, hey, little girl, I want you to read this book. Okay. Reads the book. Fast forward to the end. He meets up with his handler. And he's just so into his code that he's like, I'm going to let my handler kill me because it would be disrespectful if I break the code. And I'm not about breaking my code. So before he goes off to his death, spoiler alert, he goes to the girl and he was like, did you read the book? And She's like, yeah, well, I got another book for you to read. And goes and he takes his book and he gets shot with the book in his hand. So, yeah. Movie about aggressively telling kids to read a book or you will be shot down in the streets. If you guys haven't seen Ghost Dog, it's on HBO. You could give it a watch. It's going to annoy the shit out of you, but it is a decent movie. You know what it is? You just can't believe Forest Whitaker as a hitman. He's too big. Like, he wasn't like lean big. He was like fat big. Remember John Wick 2 when the big sumo dude is fighting him and he's like, all right, I can see why that guy's a hitman. He didn't even give off those vibes. He was just like a big dude walking around. And like, you really could have killed him if you wanted to. Like, everybody knew, like, oh my God, that's Ghost Dog. And he was like, oh, this is the Abbot. And it's like, what the fuck is happening? All right, I'm just so lost. I'm so lost. But it was like a reimagining of La Samurai in the 90s and their version of like the wise guys that were like on the tail end of their run. So yeah, if you guys are interested in movies like that are terrible with great actors, go watch that. Ghost Dog, Way of the Samurai. Let's see what else I got on my docket. What else I got on my docket? Relax. Oh, we're there. We're there. We're there. We're there.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
All right, so we got some more fuckery going on the Cool Report. So I don't know where to start. We could start with America. We could start with America, or we could start with another continent. Did I save that? Hopefully I saved it. Oh, okay. All right. Bitch, did you get my message or you spent the time with your son? I didn't mean to call you a bitch, but did you get my message? All right. So, did I save it? I think I saved it. All right. Do. Oh, this is America too. Okay. So, scientists are trying to bring back the woolly mammoth. The woolly mammoth. Out of all the things they want to bring back, they want to bring back a woolly mammoth. Who on their bucket list was like, you know what I want to do before I die? I want to bring back the woolly mammoth. What crackhead saw Jurassic Park? I was like, we're going to do the same exact goddamn thing they're going to do, but with a woolly mammoth. See, last season I mentioned, eventually, if we keep messing around with science like this, we keep pretending to be God, then we're going to put ourselves back into the food chain because right now we're out of the food chain. No, you're like, no, you're not. If you end up in the safari, you're in the food chain. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. When I go to work, I don't have to worry about getting fucking eaten by a cheetah or a lion or anything else that eats people. All right. Like, I don't have to be worried at the bus stop in Queens and be like, oh shit, is that an alligator? I don't gotta deal with that. All right. I gotta deal with like, oh shit, is that a gun? Like, that's what I gotta deal with. Like, oh shit, my bus isn't in service. So yeah, not the same. But let's see. According to reports, a tiny lab mouse with mammoth-like traits could have a big impact genetically modified by Colossal Bioscience. Yeah. The mouse has curly whiskers, wavy light hair, and fur that grows 3 times longer than its normal lab mouse. The Dallas-based company, which aimed to resurrect the woolly mammoth, says the modified mouse will help scientists study how specific DNA sequences contributed to the mammoth ability to survive in cold climates before its extinction 4,000 years ago. Woolly mammoth was only 4,000 years ago. I feel like it was longer. Whenever I hear tales of dinosaurs or ancient things like saber-toothed tigers, I feel like it's longer. 4,000 years, as crazy as it sounds, it's not that long ago. But whatever. But it's like these fuckers haven't seen Jurassic Park. That's what it's like. It's like they really didn't. It's like with us with AI, I was like, oh, AI is so cool. It's like you didn't see the Terminator and don't know that Skynet's gonna activate one day. Same thing with the woolly mammoth. I was like, do you think they're gonna stop at a woolly mammoth? A woolly mammoth? No, they won't. They're gonna start reverse engineering the goddamn chicken to get the T-Rex back again, and then we're gonna have to deal with all of this shit again. Yeah, that's something I need them to relax on. So let's see what else I got for America. Do 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 do. All right, you're gonna keep it on the West Coast. A new bill in California is proposed that will make it illegal for self-defense. A new California bill proposes that it will be illegal to defend yourself in your home during a home invasion. I want you to really sit back and think about that. Defending yourself during a home invasion will be illegal in California. Why are we playing these games? I'm not getting it. Why would it be illegal for me to defend myself with somebody trying to cause me harm? California, we were just talking about your ass last week, and here you are again. What the fuck? What are y'all doing? It's like every day you guys are finding new reasons to fuck over your citizens. It's like every day when I hear about California, it's like y'all don't care about y'all people. It's crazy. I just said last week, hey man, you guys are charging the shit out of your residents. And I was like, we're gonna step it up more for you. Now our residents that just went through a whole catastrophe a couple of months ago with the fires out there in LA and shit like that, they're like, all right, if a person were to break into your home, threaten you or not, but break into your home, scare you, try to take your possessions away, you cannot defend yourself. You would have to prove that you tried to run away and they wouldn't let you go, hence you killing them. See, that's an easy solution for someone like me. That's me planting a gun on them after I shot them 30 fucking times. Oops, there goes the game right there. But yeah. When I heard this, I was like, no. Why would they pass a bill like that? Why would they even put a bill like that up to be like, hey, I have a crazy idea. How about we let the criminals win? I already saw what they did in San Francisco with the crackheads. The crack epidemic is crazy out there. The opioid epidemic is crazy out there. It's like they just gave it away, bro. You don't believe me? Go look at the takeovers. You can't tell me they're all not crackheads. But that's where I'm like, yo, what are we doing here? To come up with this law to shit on your fucking citizens is crazy to me. It's crazy to be like, hey, you know what? Let them take your home. Let them assault you. Let them do all these things. It's fine. It's okay. And if you go against this, you're breaking the law. Like, that's wild. Wild. It's like California is like the beta test grounds for what's about to come down the pipeline. God damn, I'm focusing on LA for Kendrick Lamar when I should be focusing on more, is basically what I'm saying. So, yeah. Some crazy shit. I don't know. Oh, hey. And in other goofy news, Canada pulls their whiskey. Canada pulls our whiskey from them shelves. You heard it right here. You hear my slurring. Canada has pulled our whiskey from their shelves because of the tariffs, right? And my whole thing behind this, which kind of made no sense to me, and I've seen other people echo it as well. They already paid for it. You already paid for all those whiskeys on your shelves, so you're really doing your Canadians a disservice that likes whiskey. And they was like, hey man, we already paid for this, tariffs and shit like that, and you're gonna pull it off the shelves. I mean, it's no different than when rap came out like the NWA era, Ice Cube era, and they were like, this music is bad. We don't want this music here. And they went to the music stores, bought all the CDs, put them on the ground, and ran them over. And Easy was like, hey, man, I don't give a fuck what they do with it. As long as they buy it, they could do whatever they want with it. As far as I'm concerned, that's their music. So go crazy with it. All right. But yeah. I want to know what else they're gonna pull. What else can you pull that America supplies? You know what? Let me look that up right now. What does America supply to other countries? While I'm here on my phone. Canada is the top U.S. export destination for more than half of all goods produced in the U.S. Now, what does the U.S. supply Canada with? That's what I'm asking you. Vehicles, machinery, and agricultural goods. What the fuck is that? All right, so grains, fruits, vegetables, meat, fuel, ethanol, dog, cat food, baked goods, corn. Mostly corn. I think we produce the hell out of corn, but that's just all right. So, I mean, I'm not a big drinker, so whiskey doesn't seem like the worst thing to pull from the shelves. When we start looking at other shit that they could pull, it's like, all right, how far can we really go with this? How far can we take this? Also, let me see on the flip side. What does Canada supply to the U.S.? Hydroelectric power, natural gas, and fossil fuel. See, I'm a glass half full kind of guy. See, that's all important. That's really fucking important. Where we just listed with what they're supplying us is really fucking important, right? And just to think like, hey man, here goes some corn. You want some corn for your electricity shit? I mean, I think we on the way out. I think we doing good. We doing real good at that. I'm sorry. Like really thinking about it like that, like holy shit, bro. Like we're getting over. This is like when the fucking guy bought New York for like $13 and a Lucy. Like that shit is crazy, bro. Like, all right, we got some corn, some grains. You want some grains? And they're like, I think I do. I think I do. I think I do. Here goes some whiskey. Go crazy with that. That's fucking hilarious, bro. Like, I think I want that, but I'm not sure if I want that. That's fucking funny. Also, speaking of borders, I saw a video. So they're trying to say that Mexico is going to close its borders. And I'm like, okay. But what made it interesting is that I saw a video of people at the border and they were closing the border with a gate. And I was like, wait. Is this real? They had a gate this whole time? They had a door to shut down the border the whole time? And it's like it's a literal gate. I thought it was like a metaphorical gate, but it's a real fucking gate. And I was like, this is pretty entertaining. Hold up. Like this whole time, you're like, you're gonna tell me you didn't have a gate? All right, let me see something. Yeah. Y'all had a gate this whole time. I mean, y'all could have been closed y'all borders and y'all doing it now. Suckers. Yeah, that was crazy. When I was watching it, I was like, all right, they had a gate. They have a gate this whole time. And I'm like, you know what it is? I'm reading the ignorance in the comment section and people are just fucking stupid because I just hate people. People are the worst things ever. People are like, we wanted to go to Mexico anyway. Yeah, bitches. Y'all do. Y'all like going to Mexico, all right? Because it's a fucking cheap destination sometimes. People get dental work done in Mexico because it's really fucking expensive to do it out here. Like people, I need you to start thinking like, hey, like, I don't mean to come off like anti-American because I'm really not, but it's like when it comes to certain shit, people do like to vacation in Mexico. People like to get things from Mexico. It's cheaper to get things in Mexico sometimes. Like when it comes to teeth, people go to a specific town near Arizona, the Arizona borderline, to get their teeth done. And then before you're like, well, you should just do better out here. That's no different than the guys that go to Turkey to go get their hairlines done, all right? What are you gonna tell them? What are you gonna tell them? So it's like, okay, reading the comment section is like, oh, who's going that way? Nobody wants to go that way. You ever been to Tulum, bitch? You ever been to Cancun? You ever been to Juarez and got the fucking price for so cheap that you're the man in your town? I don't fucking think so. So I don't want to hear anything out of your goddamn mouths when it comes to this conversation about the borders closing. How are we gonna? How are they gonna get in now? They've been getting in. This will probably stop drugs. Those drugs have been here for a while. You gotta talk to the CIA for that one. But that's a whole different other story if you ask me. God, please don't get me. So yeah, it was pretty entertaining to be like, oh shit, they have a gate of their own. Like, who paid for that gate? Was it y'all or are we paying for that gate? That's pretty fucking funny. So I'm gonna get out of the cool report and I'm gonna go to the
Wait, Jose! Jose, I got to tell you something!
all right. So I have a character asking me, did you see the Amber Rose interview with Shannon? And she said Kanye West wants every man to lust over his wife. Is that not common with all men? This one's a 50-50 because although no man wants to feel that their girl is undesirable to other people. Like, and you also don't want your girl to go fuck other people. But I guess when it comes to people, I guess I'm gonna take it off guys and girls. I think when it comes to a lot of people, their partner, you would want to think that people would like your partner, that you have something that's desirable. Like, hey, man, I think if I left my girl here or if I left my husband here, people of the opposite sex would be like, hey, or people that are the same sex as me would like to go talk to the person that I'm talking to because they're attractive. Or better yet, they have a good heart and somebody's seen it, or they have a great personality and somebody's seen it and be like, oh my God, I want that. And you got to be like, no, bitch, that's mine. You can't have that. I got it already. I'm in that box. That box is checked. All right. So yeah. So I don't think it's that far fetched because I look at the lineup for Kanye West's girl and they kind of all have like, yo, he kind of shows them up. He does flaunt them like, yo, this is what I'm with. You want to fuck this. And I'm like, I mean, if she would let me probably because Amber Rose, oh my God, baddie. Even with the little stupid tattoo on her forehead, baddie. If Amber Roses are like, yo, you trying to pop right now? Girl, I will turn these, you know what? I'm going to turn these cameras around and we going to get that OnlyFans popping. Kim Kardashian just put a statue out in Times Square. What up, Buzz? And he's the one that showed me it. Is that snitching? Kim will defend me. But he was like, Kim Kardashian, they have a whole statue of Kim Kardashian in Times Square right now. And the whole comment section was like, yo, let me get 5 minutes of that. She's for the streets and all this shit. And I was like, all right. I mean, she still shows off her body, but she had a couple of like iconic photos with Kanye. And I'm like, all right, I get it. And then you got this Sensori chick. And she's like Kim Kardashian part 2 or some shit. Like she's like a spin-off of Kim Kardashian. And she's heavy chested. And I saw the Grammy pictures. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'd hit it. So I don't think that question is so far fetched to be like, do you think this is what he's really after? Yes. Yes. I'm Kanye West. I'm one of the most influential people in the world. I'm one of the most richest people in the world. I'm the most flyest. I'm the most coolest. And I got a bitch that everybody wants to fuck. So, yeah. I don't put it past his wheelhouse for thinking like that. And a lot of guys out here for thinking like that too. A lot of guys like to believe that their girl is the girl, their girl is the main character, and yada 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 yada. And then every now and then you'll meet somebody that looks better than your girl. You're like, damn, I kind of want that. And for you to find out, like, all right, this person's taken. Or then you start asking like fucked up questions like, hey, how strong is your love? Can your man fight? Like you go down that rabbit hole, and you're just in for like a whole different rude awakening. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I think a lot of people like to believe their partners are desired by other people, and you kind of have to hope like, hey man, don't go fuck other people, please. What was that song? What was that song? That ASAP Rocky song. He's like, please don't fuck my ex. Please don't fuck my ex. Can I find it? Like the way he begs in this song, the way he begs in the song is pretty fucking hilarious. Let's go, Brent.
I've been outside all night long, looking for some signs in the stars. I need some insight to your heart. I've been outside all night. I've been outside all night long, looking for some signs in the stars. I need some insight to your heart. I've been outside all night.
Tell me all the things I wanna hear. You've been outside all night long. Tell me all the things I wanna hear. You've been outside all night long.
Shit was lit from the jump, but ain't no fun with the end. Just don't go fuck my friend.
Just don't go fuck my friends.
That's out of spite of revenge. She said better call in advance. When I pull up in the Benz, when I pull up in the Benz, we can set you gum in the Benz. They call us the moment twins.
Please don't fuck my friends. Please don't fuck my friends. I think that's that's actually a conversation we were having earlier. We were talking about guys that have agendas with other people's girls is fucking crazy. And I've always feel like a lot of people try to put me in that box. Like I'll be trying to talk to their girl and I'm like, yo, I'm just generally cool with your partner. And you should be cool with the fact that I'm cool with your partner. Now I do understand that there's guys out here that try to take it to that level and that's not your guy. And if you have friends and you're looking at your man's wife like that, that's a whole fucking problem. All right. That's a whole fucking problem. And you're a dirtbag, right? You're grimy for that. You're not a true friend if you're looking at your man's girl like, hey, I would take that down too. You're wilding out there. You're wilding. But yeah. Back to the subject at hand. I don't think it's that far fetched. I don't think whatever she said in that interview was that crazy for me to be like, hey, you shouldn't say that. No, I think you're kind of like on point. I think you're on board. You kind of get the gist of it. Like, hey, I think a lot of people would try to get with me if I wasn't with him, or still try to get with me because I am with him because they don't care. So yeah, it's muddy waters, but it's waters that's clear according to man code. Like, all right, like nah, his girl looks good, but his girl looks good and all, but damn, I really wish that was with me. Blah blah blah, kind of shit. All right. Let's see. All right, you mentioned it, so I have to ask you. I have to ask. You see your man is being knocked off the top number one spot. You are
Piece of shit.
That's what you are today. When it's cold outside, you are
Piece of shit.
a piece of shit. So you're talking about the battle between Drake and Kendrick. I just said I didn't want to keep talking about it, but you guys keep bringing it up now. So, all right, Kendrick was knocked off number one for how long? For how long? For how long? For how long? And then when Kendrick's up there, for how long? For how long? For how long? For how long? See, Drake has been the highest generating artist that we've known to man, at least say for the last 12, 15 years. A lot of people like saying 10. I'm like, I don't think you guys get that. He's been out for like 10 years. Like, tripping. You guys are tripping. But I don't think you guys get what the whole purpose of this was. It was never a sales conversation. It was never a sales conversation. At least to me, it was never a sales conversation. This is a lyrical conversation. I rap better than you. I put words better than you. People fuck with my words way more than they fuck with your words. And that's what it was for me. That's what it should have been for everybody else. This was never, see, this is the conversation that always came up when it came to this guy. See, Drake was very like, all right, yeah, you rap better than me, but I'm richer than you. That was always his response. I make more money than you. I fuck more bitches than you. All right, now we're talking lyrical shit. You said you could see me lyrically. I checked you. I won. I beat you with your own strategy, and you're still mad about it because what? For what reason? I gave you exactly what you asked for. I gave you exactly what you asked for. And I gave you the option, hey, we could keep it clean or we could get all the way fucking dirty. And that's what you asked for. Now, what I don't get from his fans is like, all right, Drake is Drake, a huge Drake fan. Spotify rap list, Drake has always been on top. All right, Drake, Kendrick, Drake, Kendrick. All right, that's my Spotify rap list. Who do I connect more with? Kendrick. I've said that. Who puts me in a mood to go be in my feelings? Drake. So sometimes I like being in my feelings. I'm a Cancer. So Drake's going to get the bump. And the music I'm bumping, I'm playing, I better find your lovin'. I better find your heart. Just hold on. We're going home. Going home. That's what I'm listening to all the time. I know you've been hurt by someone else. Like that's what I'm going to. I love that. I love playing that music. That's what gets my juices going. Gets the people going, you know? So it's like the conversation was never sales. The conversation was never this. So you asking me this question makes no goddamn sense because at the end of the day, I wasn't looking to see, can Kendrick sell more than Drake? No, probably hell no. But can Kendrick write a better verse than Drake? Fuck yeah. This is the same conversation we're having with J. Cole right now. J. Cole he did this whole run. I'll murder any MC. I will make him to a martyr. Time to get battle tested. He said, no, these are my friends. They're going to go somewhere else. I don't want to take it there. Okay, we get that. Now you got every rapper calling you out and you have yet to respond to any rapper. And I do get that it could be a lose-lose situation, but that's a loss that we could look at you and be like, all right, you did something this time. You were trying it. So it's very crazy. Very crazy. It's kind of like when they were talking about Lil Wayne versus Kendrick, and I was like, I like Wayne, but I also see Kendrick washing him. And before you come here, you Lil Wayne and lyric, yeah, baby, right? I know you guys are gonna go there, but Lil Wayne is responsible for a lot of shit. Lil Wayne is responsible for a lot of fucking fiends out there. Lil Wayne is responsible for that little wave that's going on, and these motherfuckers are eating this perk. Lil Wayne will get into a battle with this man, and I could see him bringing up his drug addiction real fucking easy. Real fucking easy. Like, there will be a song for that. Like there will be a Little Caesar sponsor for that rap beef. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, that's the tactician that I believe in. And I know you're like, well, Lil Wayne could say this. And that's true. Lil Wayne could say some shit. But guess what? Lil Wayne is another MC that hasn't been fucking battle tested. So we don't know what he could really do. We don't know it. We don't know it. At the end of the day, we don't know if he could really step in the ring and get at somebody like that because we had Pusher all this time trying to fucking beat the bleach out of his fucking dreads and he never responded. So it's like another mythical creature. Like, can you really handle yourself or are you just talking it? See, that's the veil that was pulled off with J. Cole. It's like, all right, I think he can handle himself. I think he can handle himself. Wait, he can't handle himself. This is all just talk. Oh, wait, wow. Like, he's really backing out. So it's like, who else now falls under this category? Because you have Joey Badass calling him out, and he's not an MC that doesn't have a pen, so he can actually make music. And then you have Freddie Gibbs that has a pen too, and he could go, but they aren't beneath him. Where if he responds, it's like, holy shit, he's responding to me. It's not a punch. It's a punch down, but it's not that much of a punch down. it's like a little bit of a like he's like maybe a little inch shorter than you, but it could still go anyway. So yeah, you guys, man, you guys always trying to. This is like the goalpost, and they keep moving it. And it's like, yo, the conversation was never a selling point. It was never streaming. The conversation was always, did my message get through? Did this picture that I painted of you make everybody look at you in that light? And it did. You can't say it did. It didn't. It did. It did. You looked at Drake differently. Hold on, wait, maybe he might be onto something. He might be onto something. I don't know what it is, but he's on it. Where? Top of it. Okay? So, yeah. That's why I was like, all right. When I was hearing this conversation, I was reading the comments and they were like, oh, like, yeah, go back to the bing, buck, boom, buck, bing, buck, bum. And it's like, well, if you're a real Kendrick fan, you're not going to the bing, buck, boom, bang, ding, dang, dang. Like, you're not going to that. And that's not your run to. Like, you're going to his classic shit. Same thing with Drake. Like, I love Drake's classic shit. One of my favorite Drake lines is, I don't really think they're ready for my wardrobe. I show up before the store closes and buy something like Warren knows. I go offshore and get off. I go overseas and get offshore dough. Oh man, Going In for Life is one of my favorite songs. One of my favorite songs. One of my. I'm gonna play that shit. I'm gonna play. Why not? Why not? I don't think they're really ready for my wardrobe. I show up before the store closes and buy off the store assumption. I can't get that line. Yeah, one of my favorite.
Think they really ready for my wardrobe. I show
Show
up right
right
before the store closes and blow the beat for my last 4 shows.
That's what it
I
was.
do one song and use
4
4
flows.
flows. She used to be a Christian before, and now all she wanna do is shop for
Christian Dior clothes.
Like, baby, those are cute.
I adore those.
Me and the salesman built a rapport, so he understands the fact that I'm spending
Offshore dough.
cash only transactions, homie, and please no receipts.
The feds like to explore those. They can't audit it, they don't know I bought it.
Been doing it for years, homie.
Thoroughly I thought it through.
What it do? I am
Currently recorded on a track, admitted most of my currency's imported.
But too late now, it's too legitimate to hit him with a lawsuit.
Even if those are acts that I did commit.
Repeat offender. Anita Baker playing in the whip as they
They play
pull
me
me
over
over
my
my
sweet surrender.
I got a Jewish lawyer
As my lead defender.
A Mitch Kite, as they say, he's a
He's a
legal
legal
bender.
bender.
And ATF is present,
Every regal member.
The coalition, we so efficient. You have to be invited, it is no admission. We know tradition. We spend money, so don't try to compete if you are in no position. I wish you would listen. I take you back to this trial where I am about to be home again like New Edition. My footage is just solely meant for the shoe it fits in. Used to record in the basement that Rennie grew his piffin. When Pops turned over keys like a new ignition. If Hove is Jordan, I guess I'm cool with Pippen. Till I mention that I
Wanna play a new position. Which he is now. See, that's what I fuck with. That's what I fuck with. See, none of that tough guy shit. None of that. It's none of that. It's just big money talk. Like, I get that. I love that. I don't think they're really ready for my wardrobe. I blow in, like I said, I blow the last 4 fees for my 4 shows. Yo, fucking, that's what I like. That's what I come from. That's what I'm like. Yo, go back to that. Go back to that. Cause the tough shit, I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. But when they start pulling your catalog, I'm like, nah, this came from something else. Now we're looking at you like, wait. And before, like, Drake was held to that lyrical miracle standard until the Blackberry footage came out, and then the Quentin Miller shit came out, and then the other reference tracks came out. So it's like, okay, what are we doing here? And then it's like, you got Freddie Gibbs. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs, because Freddie Gibbs is like, yo, you're biting my style too. And another kid's like, yo, this album art that I have, you're biting my style from it. So I was like, a lot of people are making those claims, and it's like, yo, we start looking at people kind of funny for that. Like, hey, hold up. Like, what you got going on here that you really run a game like that? That's crazy. So it's like it's really wild. It's wild business being done out there. And the same thing goes for a lot of you potters. A lot of you podcasters, man, you guys aren't low, man. Some of you admitted it that you guys go and look at our work and what we do, and then you take bits and pieces and make it work for you. So yeah, we're on to you. We're on to you too, guys. We're on to you too, guys. I'm gonna get out of this section and I'm gonna jump into welcome, lovers. We're back with another one. If you're new to Part-Time Lover is a section that a lot of people like to fast forward to because it is the most juiciest section. So basically, people in relationships ask us questions about what's going on and how we would handle it if we could give them another point of view and any information or see it from a POV that they might not have seen it from. So that's why a lot of people submit their questions to see if they can get help. You do not have to take this help. These are just suggestions. I am not a licensed professional, as it states in the beginning. I just play one on this show. So, with our first question I have comes all the way from tomorrow. Today, play it now.
I hired a handyman to fix things around the house since my husband doesn't have the time. I didn't tell him yet that I hired someone to avoid an argument. But the dude I hired looks fine and I think he's trying to get some of this. Do I let him finish the job? Or tell my husband, and he'll finally fix things?
Now, when you say finish the job, like you mean like finish the task or like finish the job? Like, I need you to clarify that a little bit more, because you know what? What's crazy is that we live in a society where a lot of guys believe that girls wouldn't cheat on them, and a lot of guys believe the girl wouldn't cheat on them. And not to say that all girls cheat or all partners cheat. Some people don't cheat, but there's a belief that the fellas and women out there that believe that none of their partners that they ever been with has ever cheated on them is crazy. I'm not saying the person you're with now is cheating on you. I'm saying in your past relationships, there's a good chance if you feel that none of your partners ever cheated on you, that one of them probably cheated on you. A lot of people like to believe like, no, I'm not that person. I'm too cool for anybody to do that to me. I'm letting you know right now, there's a high chance that somebody that you were with that you love, that you deem were probably the one or is the one, might have stepped out a little bit. And even if it wasn't there's other ways that people cheat. So, yeah. You know what's crazy is that there dead ass is a lot of ways that people cheat, and they don't know it. It's like, because like I work in an office, so in an office is like, girl, is flirting cheating, right? But this is a conversation that comes up all the time. Is flirting cheating? Is cheating and flirting synonymous? And I say yes. A lot of people deem flirting as like, it's playful. It's playful banter. Bitch, stop fucking playing with me. Stop fucking playing. Hold up.
You play it if you want to, bitch, but don't fucking try again with me, bitch, alright? You will fucking end up in a fucking dock, alright? I am not the one, alright? Or the 2 or the 3, alright?
Shit. It's just like, yo, if you were like to see some of the things that, if like, I really feel like I'm being dead ass for you real quick. Some of the shit you see in an office, some of the things you see in an office is like, whoa, ain't that bitch married? Like, it's like, whoa, that's crazy. But if you're asking your man, like, hey man, you can do these things, can you do these things, can you do these things? And he's like, no. Is there a reason he's not doing it? Is he not doing it because like, yo, he just genuinely doesn't want to do it? Or is he not doing it because he's genuinely busy? He's tired. He's exhausted. What was his work day like? What are we comparing this to? All right. Because he can't fix it. I know sometimes I've mentioned different things on this show. Like when guys can't fix shit, when they can't change a tire, that's not a man. I feel that's true. But like if your man knows how to do small things every here and now and then, that's cool. Like you wouldn't tell your man like, hey man, can you change the whole the electrical wiring in the house? That'll be crazy. Your man's gonna be like, I don't know, even know where to begin at. So it's crazy that you're really kicking your man's back in and then allowing a guy to flirt with you in his house is fucking nuts. All right. That's grounds for dismissal. All right. Grounds for dismissal. You should not even if he were to find out, like, hold up. If he were to listen to this show, like, wait, this situation sounds similar to my situation. I don't think it's hard for him to like connect the dots. Like, I don't think that's hard. It's like, hey, yo, I think that's my girl that submitted that question because we did have a handyman at the house, and then he was getting paid, but nothing was getting fixed. But she was always happy when I got home. What the fuck? So, yeah, it's crazy. I think you should get rid of him, and whatever feelings you develop for that person, you just suppress him down inside. You just put it all the way down and never bring it back up. All right? You let it fester until it becomes an ulcer, and then you just go painfully the night. But yeah, that shit is crazy. I think you knowing that this person wants to be and you're still fine with that is wild. Like, go learn a trade, bitch. Go learn a trade. I can tell you that one. Elmira has a wonderful trade program. If you don't know where Elmira is, go look it up. It's upstate. It has a wonderful trade program that you can learn to keep your ass safe. All right. So without further ado, we'll move on to the next question because that's the only thing I told the last lover was, yo, you're playing in dangerous territory. You're not gonna like it.
My girl is real territorial. And she just came up with the idea of making a cologne for me with her squirt juice.
Oh.
I don't know how to feel about it, but I'm pretty sure that's a hard no for me.
Nasty bitch.
Shorty's just talking shit.
That's not really.
Very demure.
It's not. It's not. It's not. Using her squirt juice as your cologne.
Sick to my stomach, fam. But
who's bottling that? Who's like, wait, stay still, stay still, stay still. Like, they're just holding the jar. Like, that's crazy. And then they put it on you. Like, what if the balance is off that day? Now you're just walking around fishy. Crazy, crazy. What if you find out and while you're using it, you develop a rash? You're going to be sick to your stomach, fam. You're going to be sick to your stomach. That's really territorial. That's way worse than, like, remember when, like, you would be with somebody when you were younger and they start marking you up with bruises across your eyes? Let me stop. They would start like leaving hickeys on you, and it's like, no, that's not like cute. That's like you're marking your territory. Like, people are like, he's taken. This is what I did. This is my artwork. All right, you can see my snaggle tooth on this one right here. So, yeah, I don't think you should be doing that, buddy. I don't think that's the answer. Her squirt is not gonna help you squirt. All right. A little squirt juice isn't gonna be the deciding factor if you truly love her, is basically what I'm saying. If you kind of catch my drift here. Like, think about it. Like, that's some real feral shit. Let me know.
Help me! Help me!
Let me know if you need that, bro. We can send something on your way. Because to make that comment, Shorty's just not.
I'm trying to see what that be like, right?
Nah.
Man, look, look.
No, I don't even think you're on that type of time.
I'm trying.
Relax. I don't think you're even on that type of time. You're probably over here like she's just.
Shorty's just talking shit.
You're probably seeing it like that, like
Shorty's just talking shit.
That's how you like. Nah, it's just like that. She just talks crazy like that, and then imagine she pulls up with like, all right, I did it. I got it for you. Like, what would you even call that? Le toilette de box? Like, it would be something like that. Le squirtle. And it has to be a little squirtle bottle. Like, it'll be crazy. Like, all right, like, just, yeah. Like, that's wild territorial. Any girl, I wouldn't do it. I think that's a gateway. That's a gateway for other shit. Like, what else can we do? What else can we do? If you're willing to go that far, what else can I do to mark my territory? How about a tattoo of my face on your body? I get to choose. Where should I get it, babe? On your fucking face. You should have my name written across your forehead the way Amber Rose does. And because you already opened the door for that. I think that's a slippery slope. I think you're gonna have to get ready for whatever's gonna come next after that, because you're already on biological warfare. Anything more than that, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you got to get ready. You got to get ready, because I feel like something down the line was definitely gonna come, and you're not gonna have fun. You're not gonna have fun. Like, imagine you use it and then you get a rash. Like, you're gonna be sick to your stomach, fam. Like, I don't know. I don't know why she thought like that was like, oh, that's what I want to do. Like, no, 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 hell no. So, yeah. I think we're all done for that section. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I was able to be helpful in that section. And this has been all right, people. All right, people. All right, people. All right, people. It's now that part of the show. We're getting to close it out. We're reeling it in to close it out. I don't think that's closing out. Close it out. So before I get out of here, I just want to say shout out to you guys for listening to this. Shout out to the new listeners. Shout out to the new everybody's. If you're tuning in right now, you made it this far, wherever you tune in, moving on. If we're just still here for this journey, I think we are good. I think we should be great. We should be Gucci. We should be all of this stuff. And I know damn well for a fact, if you're out there trying to reach a dream, achieve a dream, if you fall down, get your punk ass back up. The world does not stop because you stumbled, all right? The world does not stop because you stopped, all right? The world keeps going. You need to find a way to get your punk ass back up so you can continue to keep going and be the person that you're meant to be. All right, be the supporting figure you're supposed to be, all this good stuff. All right, I am your host
on my Cool J.
Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate you guys. I am on my Cool J, aka
Wait, Jose!
and I'm out of here. Thank you. Peace out.